Welcome to Cody in the Cinema. Today I'm going to show you some of what I picked up here in September. This time of year I usually watch some scary movies mixed in with art films and lots of different stuff, and I love it. And I love movies, and I love The Haunting, which I haven't seen in a long time, and I've never seen this on Blu-ray. This says it was an evil house from the beginning, a house that was born bad. It does have Julie Harris, Claire Bloom in it. Directed by Robert Wise. 4 people come to the house to study the supernatural phenomenon, or has the house drawn at least one of them to it? Love this film. Pauline Kael liked it too. She called it good fun. But a good one. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I've only seen it on like a scratched up old DVD a few times, and it's been at least 6 years since I've seen it. A non-horror movie I got a $10 copy of this, and I thought this will be fine. This is an Artificial Eye DVD. It's kind of old and it's in a little bit of rough shape, but I did want a copy of Jean-Luc Godard's Weekend, and I have been watching through his filmography in the last few years. Really enjoy this director. I know this is in the Criterion Collection. One of the world's most influential filmmakers. Let's see, this couple leaves Paris for the countryside, French countryside, to claim an inheritance by nefarious means, and they become involved in a traffic jam. I have not seen this film, but I really actually did love the cover and the way it was presented here, and I got it for, $10, and this is, Artificial Eye, that's Curzon too, right? Or they're similar companies or something, but kind of a nice looking DVD, even though it's got some damage on it. And I finally got my wife to watch the first Chucky movie. I didn't think I would talk her into it, but we both really had a good time with it. And I got the Walmart DVD set that they have out right now, and it has all 7 Chucky movies. I think you can probably find this one, but just anywhere that's been around. But then the slipcover that kind of glows in the dark makes it extra special. My Frankenstein shirt glows in the dark. But we watched the first one. That's the only one I've seen. So I might go through and watch a few of these. Maybe all of them. I don't know. Do you all have a favorite Chucky? I think the first one's a pretty good, entertaining movie. I like it. Along the lines of that, we're probably going to rewatch Saw, because I haven't seen Saw in many years. And I got a $5 copy from Walmart of Saw X. Okay? This is supposed to be a re-exploration of the genre that a lot of people liked better than some of the sequels. When I was in college, we watched all of these at least once, and we were obsessed with this. But we watched all the dumb horror movies, all of them, and it'll be fun to kind of go back to this world. I haven't been here in a long time with Saw X. If you have a favorite Saw, let me know. Back to the art stuff. This is something I've been looking forward to for months now. I know Criterion has a copy of this, but this is a UK Blu-ray premiere from Radiance that's been very popular. This is called Senso. Senso. This is a Visconti film from 1954. It's supposed to be very colorful. I've seen a few Visconti movies. I don't know a lot about it other than that director. On the eve of the Third Italian War... Oh my gosh, look at the inside of this. Beautiful, isn't it? Man. On the eve of the Third Italian War of Independence, somebody conspires to make revolution happen, and there is a chance encounter at the opera, and an affair begins between a lieutenant and someone else. Something or another. But, man, this is a nice looking edition. It's rare to me that some of these editions look much better than the Criterion, but I don't know, I haven't seen the Criterion since, but I did want this version. It looks so pretty to me. And just going through the booklet here, I think I'm going to be pretty happy with this. Senso. I have another Visconti up there on the shelf that I got over this summer that I'd never heard of that I need to watch. All right. Back to silly stuff. I've been wanting this Steelbook for a while, and it did not disappoint me when I got it. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This is a movie I liked, and I'm curious if I like it even better because I watched this on Tubi. I'll be curious if I like this better in a better quality. I've got a Blu-ray and a 4K here, but it's a beautiful looking Steelbook. See, the inside has the creepiness of the clowns there. I actually think this is a really clever concept, and the reason for that is the clowns from outer space, it felt more to me like they were trying to do an AI version of what aliens might think clowns look. You know what I mean? Like what clowns might look like to humans and how they might scare humans more than like actual clowns from outer space. That's how I look at it. But this was a fun watch, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again. It had some original kind of slasher kills in there. Another horror movie that I just watched this, and I like this. This is another steelbook, a really pretty steelbook too, Drag Me to Hell. And I think this is kind of underrated in some ways because you don't hear it. You know, I know it's a staple for pure horror fans. Love Drag Me to Hell, and it's got the crazy woman on the back, and the inside of it I think just has like a picture of the girl. Yeah, it's just a picture of the girl and whatnot. Drag Me to Hell, it has a really interesting premise because this young woman is working in a bank, and she chooses not to help this older woman who is obviously has something wrong with her to help her keep her house. And a lot of bad things happen to this girl as a result of that, because this woman that she was refusing to help was like had some links to the beyond, if you know what I'm saying. Now, one of the movie's great charms and one of its flaws simultaneously is the atrocious earlier 2000 special effects. I mean, they're awful, much like The Mist. So if you've seen The Mist, you know what I'm talking about, except that the girl starts encountering paranormal stuff, but the special effects being bad didn't bother me as much in this. And the reason for that is I could actually see and play along with the idea that I made up for myself, that this girl might be seeing these strange, kooky things through a bad technology CGI lens, the same way that the kids in It saw their own versions of terror in that book and in that movie. If that makes sense, like it felt like I could see her seeing paranormal stuff that way. That's a bit of a stretch, obviously, but it's just it just didn't bother me as much as it does in some of these movies in terms of the effects being bad. Like, for example, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, I think the effects held that movie back too much for me personally, but in this one they just didn't bother me that much because it's still kind of a really cool story. It's cheesy and campy and kind of scary at times, but it's a lot of fun. So I liked it more than I thought I would. Back to artsy stuff. I got a copy of a film I've seen once and I really liked it the first time I saw it. This was really inspirational for Martin Scorsese, Jean Renoir's The River, his first color feature shot entirely in India, and it contrasts the growing pains of three young women with the river near where they live, and it is enriched by Renoir's subtle understanding and appreciation for India and its people. Now, I just remember this being a really good-looking film, and I got it for a reasonable price, the DVD. There's probably a better version out there, but I sometimes like my old DVDs of these films. It comes with a nice little booklet. Even this is kind of a pretty booklet for an older booklet, but really nice image there on the front. But I have been having some success picking up some of the older Criterion DVDs. And another film, the last of these, because I'm going to actually put together a clown-related video, and it's going to have killer clowns, and it's going to have Clown in a Cornfield on there. My Walmart was out of Blu-rays. It only had DVDs, and I keep hearing about this thing, and I thought, well, you know, surely Clown in a Cornfield won't be very good. But I think it's kind of a clever action-adventure comedy with horror elements kind of movie. Quinn and her father have moved to Kettle Springs for a fresh start, and they end up in some clown trouble. It's silly, it's funny, very funny. It's heartfelt. It's generic as can be as it goes along. I mean, nothing here is going to surprise you, but the clowns are cool. The slasher elements work. Like, it's a classic, you know, just fun time with a clown in a cornfield. Like, this is exactly what I wanted it to be. Nothing more, nothing less. And I enjoyed it. And maybe I just have a weakness for clown stuff. I'm gonna In one of my videos, I'm going to talk about these movies, these two clown movies, and a few more, and some stuff I like from that clown genre. I'll be clowning around in that one. But that's some of the stuff I've been picking up. Tell me in the comments after you hit that thumbs up like button for me. Tell me what you've been picking up. What have you been collecting lately? What should I pick up? Subscribe if you haven't here to Cody in the Cinema.